Just started now.
Good evening and welcome to Race Base. Tonight we've got a race around Daytona Tri-Oval. We're going to be doing them the NASCARs. It's going to be default setups, a grid full of cars doing 100 laps. It's going to be quite a fun evening. Tonight I'm joined by Kenny.
Alright,
How are you doing?
I'm here.
Okay, we're ready to see some close racing action. Hopefully things don't get a bit too hectic on the first couple laps.
Fingers crossed they keep it clean.
Yeah.
Should be some close racing if they do.
Yep, that's the hope. So as long as everything stays clean at the start, we should get into quite a nice battle at the front. We're just hoping the more cars that survive the first few laps, the bigger the battle's going to be. So it's all going to be about keeping it together.
I think as long as they don't try to go 3 wide, they should be okay, to be honest. 2 wide's alright.
Yeah.
As soon as you start trying to go 3 wide, then it starts getting into trouble.
Yeah. I'm just thinking with these cars, how much do we have to brake for the corners? I'm not sure.
I don't think you brake at all, do you?
Is it?
I don't even lift off. Never mind brake.
Yeah, it's probably going to be flat because I know in the Indy cars you have to back off a bit going into the corners. But I don't know if these NASCARs pick up quite enough speed. I guess on both straights they must go quite quickly, but I don't know if it's too fast for them to have to brake coming into those corners. That could throw a few people off, especially on the first few laps. If someone's at the front and being cautious, and someone behind them wants to go flat out through the corners, it's going to cause quite a big collision.
It's all about taking it easy. The first couple of laps.
And it's all about just following everyone, getting into the groove, avoiding contact, and surviving. Yeah, and once you get through those first, I reckon 4 or 5 laps, it should calm down from there. And then
it's a 100 lap race, isn't it? So
yep.
It's
not going to be one on the first lap. Yep.
As long as you can stay in the slipstream, you've always got a chance. It's as soon as you lose it, that's when you start having problems.
Yeah, because you can lose. I'm guessing it's over a second a lap once you're out of that slipstream. It makes a big difference here. Right, so we've got a few guys going out on track. We've got qualifying first. 10 minutes for the guys to set their fastest lap times. Let's see who's going out on track already. Oh, the drunken cameraman is in action tonight.
Great
Can't see anyone.
I can hear him.
Yep. Here they come. Who's at the front? Oh, somebody's already off on the inside.
I think if I was one of these, I'd try to get a slipstream. I wouldn't want to be the first car.
Yeah. I think Palm's in the best position here. He's right near the front, but he's in second place. So he's going to have a slipstream the whole way through this lap. And let's see who's right at the front. Oh, it's Motsamar leading at the front.
I think he just wants to get some laps in. Really, I don't think he's done any practice. So
yeah, I think I just want to be getting used to it. Okay, so the first laps have officially started. Oh, we've got grid place penalties being given out.
Who's that?
Oh, it's Jeff. He's actually been disqualified.
You're joking.
I think because he didn't have his pit lane button assigned, so I don't know if that's caused problems with him. Or maybe he did assign it, but he can't remember where he put it.
Oh, he did say he got a pit limiter assigned before, so...
Yeah, so maybe he forgot to turn it on.
To be fair, I've done it myself.
Yeah.
I think if he leaves the lobby and joins back, he should be alright. He'll just get a one place group penalty, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if he realises it or not.
Okay, so first lap's coming in. Palm used the slipstream of Motormouth quite nicely. He's put himself into the lead. Motormouth 6/10 behind.
Still a good lap from Motormouth, considering he ain't got no slipstream.
Yeah,
Second
it was good.
place for Rock, sorry.
Yep. They've got some... Who else is coming in? We've got Tiger Rock. He's put in a second down. I'm guessing DiNapoli must have just had a bit of a mistake on his first lap. Hopefully it doesn't have damage. It's crazy how quickly the cars catch, especially the ones that have come out the pit lane. That might be a problem when they're racing. The guys coming through that first corner.
It does take quite a while to get up to speed.
Yeah. So these two are drafting each other. Palm and Motormouth, yeah it is. So they're helping each other around the track at the moment.
I don't think Palm wants to give Motormouth the slipstream, really.
Yeah, it's true. Motormouth right at the top there.
I don't know how he didn't graze the wall there.
Yeah.
That was good driving, really.
That was quite good. See the lap times are coming now. Any improvements?
10th by Motormouth.
DiNapoli's put in a time, he's put himself up to third place. Just above Rock.
I'm surprised more people aren't looking for the slipstream, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, if I was on the track right now, I would actually slow down to get behind someone, and then you can trade laps with it. Now, it doesn't look like anybody's in slipstream of each other. They're just running on their own.
Just
It's just the front team. And it's paying off for them. They're putting in the best times. Oh, it looks like Palm stopped. Oops. He's trying to pit lane practice entry. That didn't go to plan.
No.
It looks like Rock's just put in a slightly better time. He's gone back up into third place. K9's put in his first lap. He's got himself up to fifth place. And then we've got Ratic, who's 2 seconds off the pace at the moment. It looks like he's got someone ahead of him.
I think he's getting in the slipstream, yeah. Quite nice looking liveries.
Yeah, they are. I think he might just be a little bit too far back to get the slipstream in.
Where is he? Is he DiNapoli?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is DiNapoli.
The two behind might be close enough to get a slipstream.
Yeah, so that's CMC in front of McToasty, I think. Yeah, it looks like he's dropping off.
Too far back.
He was closer than us. He seems to have dropped off. Oh, he's coming into the pits. Let's see if he gets his entry right. Nope, same thing.
Oh my god.
So, I think we might need to watch these pit lane entries during the race. It's going to be quite entertaining at the rate we're going. Oh, and Rock's actually been given a one-place grid penalty for a pit lane violation as well. I wonder if he spared him to the pits.
I'm guessing that's what it is, yeah. That's what I can think of.
Yeah. Oh, that was a bit of lag. it looks like it might be a good time here from CMC. I think he might pop himself up a few places. Yes, he does, up to 5th place. We've still got Power and Motormouth at the front. I'm quite surprised to see Motormouth so far. But I guess the slipstream helped a lot. But he has been driving cleanly from what we saw earlier on. So we got Napoli still in 3rd place. He's 7/10 off the pace. It doesn't look like anyone's been able to come quite close to Palm's lap.
No,
He put in
it's
a very
good
good
lap,
one at the start. Yeah, it looks like that's probably the times to chase. We've got Rock in 4th place, CMC in 5th. Oh no, CMC's just put himself up to 2nd place now.
Oh.
So he used the slip. I don't know who that was.
I think it's Ratek, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it might have been. So he's managed to put himself only 4/10 off the pace. Yeah, it was Ratek.
I don't really understand how CMC's pulling away, to be honest, if it's default.
Yeah, everyone should be on the same settings. But Ratek is over a second off the pace. And I know that with these other guys, you can see the times, they're quite close, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10 between 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So I mean, if you don't have slipstream, you should at least be maybe 7/10 off the pace. So I think with Ratek being 1.3 off, I don't know if he's just making a couple mistakes throughout his laps, or if he's using the wrong lines.
I wonder if he's gone for a stable setup. No, they haven't got him, have they? I wonder if he hasn't gone for the speedway setup. He's gone for a circuit or something.
Could be. Yeah, he might have actually done that. That would have made a big difference. So McToasty has stayed in the pits. He hasn't actually come and put in a proper lap. I think he's been practicing his pit lane entries, to be honest with you. Because we did see him doing it earlier, and here he's just done it again. So I'm guessing he's practicing his pit lane entries rather than qualifying, because he knows that on a race like this, it doesn't matter where you qualify. It's more about just surviving those first few laps. But it is a bit risky, because if some chaos happens between, let's say, 4th and 5th place, the front 3 could find themselves with a gap, and you can't catch up if you were behind that.
The thing is, as well, when people are sliding in front of you, you don't know where they're going to go half the time. The cars go everywhere, so you run the risk of running in the back of someone as well.
Yeah, that's true.
CMC looks like he's getting even quicker. 3/10 maybe, less than 3/10.
He looks like he's used slipstream again, unless that's Ratek. It is Ratek. So Ratek's caught back up to him.
This is Napoli, isn't it?
Is it not? Yes, it is.
Napoli's gone fastest.
And CMC went 2nd. They just snuck in front of Palm's time there. So they used each other for slipstream, and it actually made a huge difference right at the end there. But also, if you think about it, they're using default setups, so the fuel level will have dropped over the course of the session. So they would have had less fuel to lighter cars. That would have helped them a bit. So there we got DeNapoli in 1st place. We got CMC in 2nd. We got Palm in 3rd. Motormouth in 4th. But Motormouth must have got a 1-place grid penalty. Yes, he did. Pit lane violation. So he's been dropped to 5th place. We've got Tiger O'Rock in 4th. He got promoted up.
They got up 2 places. Because Rock got one as well, didn't he?
Oh yes, he did, yeah. So Motormouth got dropped to 5th. Rock got dropped to 6th. Which meant that Tiger O'Rock went up to 4th place. K9 starting from 7th. Ratek in 8th. And McToasty is going to start from 9th. But we had 10 drivers, so someone is missing now.
Joff.
Oh, it is Joff, yeah. We're missing Joff. He must have... I wonder what happened there. Oh, it might have been his disqualification.
I think he should still be in the race though, eh?
Yeah.
He said he left and joined back, so I don't know what happened. I don't know where he is.
Yeah, that is strange. Okay, so we're going to do a full warm-up lap, a full formation lap from what I understand.
Yeah, that's what it
So
looks
we're
like. They're
gonna,
a bit too close to this start line, aren't they? Do
yeah,
the auto one.
so Marshall was waving a flag there, but nothing happened after that. I don't know if that was, it definitely wasn't the actual green flag to get going. Okay, so I guess we're just waiting for the guys to finish with their setups. But obviously with it being default setups, there's not much you can do. I think they will be wanting to fiddle with their setups for the pit stops.
Let's say that's what they'll be doing with the pit stop strategy.
Yeah, so they'll obviously be wanting to work on their tyre pressures. I'm sure they can change those in the pit stops. And then
Someone else has gone.
Oh yeah, we've lost another driver. It's DeNapoli. It's our leader. That's a shame. Oh yeah, I see Joff couldn't join again. He must have tried to got back in just after the 2-minute mark, starts not letting you back in at that point because getting too close to the race time. So that's a bit of a shame that we lost him. And now with Napoli being gone,
he'll be gutted. Qualified on pole. I don't know whether he's got disconnected or whether he just didn't ready up in time. Do you get the track map up?
Yeah,
if
let
he's
me
on
do
there.
that.
If he's in the pits, he might come up there.
What? Let's see. I can't move my views, I don't know why. Yeah, I found it. And just need to there. No, it's not showing anyone in the pit lane. Oh, DeNapoli left the section.
So he mustn't have readied up then. If he's left and not disconnected.
Yeah. He must have missed the ready up time.
That's a shame.
It's a bit of a fun. Yeah, so I guess we're down 2 guys already. We've got 8 left, but that's still enough to have a good battle with.
Definitely.
Let's just have a little look, see what it looks like from the back of the pack. Having 7 cars in front of you going into that first corner. The guys should be lining up side by side now. Yeah, there starts. I guess not too much. Yeah, staying single file it looks like. And off they go. TMC's got off to a good start with the Palm just behind. And the slipstream train is starting behind him. Going too wide. Team Motormouth. I'm guessing Motormouth's on the outside again. Yep. Got 2x2 here with Rock and Tiger Rock. And the drunken cameraman's not doing a good job.
As always.
Yep. Okay, so we've got side-by-side action at the front. Palm versus CMC. Palm's got ahead now.
Scott's up to 3rd.
Yep. He's looking good there. Sitting comfortably in the slipstream. Everyone's looking safe at the moment as well. The Toasty's dropping a little bit too far back. He might lose the slipstream.
No, that's not good. I think he's already out the slipstream, to be honest. 1.1 seconds.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I think you need to be with him 8 or 9 tenths to be getting the slipstream.
Yeah, you can see he's dropping back even more now.
Yeah.
1.5.
The other 7 cars are all nose to tail along the back straight on lap 2. Way to go, and it's still looking very close. It's good to see for now. Let's hope that it stays like this.
Oh, it's close.
The guy's going too wide. Oh, there's
Tiger Rock's in the wall.
Oh, and the problem is when you touch that wall, you just get stuck into it.
Yeah, you can't get off, can you? It's horrible.
Yep. Yes. So now he's dropped with Toasty.
Getting a slipstream. Mark.
Yeah.
Be able to work together and get back on the pack.
Oh, he's already dropped a little bit far back behind him. Oh, that was close between Rock and K9. Motormouth's gone to the back of this pack now. He's in 6th. Oh no, they're touching, who's this?
K9 and Ratek.
Oh, they looks like they've both survived it though. But Ratek is very close to losing the slipstream at the back. Oh, someone's lagging. That's CMC.
Like,
yeah,
it looks like he's been in the wall.
It does look like it.
That's definitely not going to help his speed.
Yeah, he's going to struggle now. And K9's going to, Ratek is going to have to get past him quite quickly, otherwise he's going to hold him back too much. He needs to use the slipstream to get past. There he goes. Going around the outside. If he can get the slipstream and not get past. It's close in front of him though.
He doesn't seem to have the speed himself, does he, Ratek?
Yeah.
It's like in qualifying.
He seems to be, a little bit off the pace. The top 4 looking very close though. K9's following Motormouth from the slipstream. That's Rock out wide.
Oh no!
Oh, there was a touch, and he's come back across the track.
That was close.
There's no chaos.
Oh
I don't know how
God.
the managed to survive that. But we've got all 6 again, all together.
Ooh, bit of luck there for me.
Oh, so it's looking good. No contact yet between these guys. Obviously we've got CMC who must have had a little bit of a collision with the wall. But he seems to still be strong enough to keep himself within the pack. I think he
Was that the
touched
wall? Motormouth.
Motormouth. And there's contact. Who is that? That was Rock. Rock and Motormouth both, unfortunately. Rock had a bit of contact. And Motormouth touched the wall on the outside. There's a touch on the wall as well.
Ooh.
Oh,
But they're going to go 3 wide there.
Oh, that's close to the wall on the outside there. Who's that? CMC.
CMC.
That bonnet is not looking good on his car.
They'll forward close at the back. 2 groups of 4 at the minute.
That's actually a good thing. That means that these 4 guys might be able to pull themselves back into it because they're all slipstreaming each other now. So they can use each other to try and get themselves back in. Whereas this top 4 is going to have to work together to not slow each other down. Oh, but they're looking
K9's
very
looking
close.
for a move, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
He's
Around
desperate.
the outside. No, around the inside. Inside. Where is he going? That is so close. And Ratek's right there. Ratek's going up the inside of K9 now. But K9's got the slipstream for now. Oh, Palm's giving the slipstream to Ratek, so Ratek's going to get through.
Oh, who's that in the background?
Or someone. Yeah, it's Targa. Targa must have had a bit of either contact or he's touched the wall on the outside of the corner. But McToasty's fallen a little bit back from these 2. So Motormouth, he's also fallen back from Rock. So unfortunately these 4 have now all split apart again. Which is not a good thing. So, oh, what happened there? It looked like Motormouth had a bit of a twitch there. The top 4, they're all looking very close still. I don't know how these guys haven't made contact. That's very clean, good driving so far. K9's right on the outside, getting very close to that wall. Oh, looking like they're going to go 3 wide into the next corner. Yeah, they've gone 3 wide. Oh, there's contact.
No,
Oh
that's
no!
it.
Oh no! Ah! And that's K9 is backwards. Palm is spinning out. CMC is falling a little bit behind Ratek, so Ratek's got the lead. CMC, he is still within slipstream, so he can keep himself close to Ratek. Just looking for damage. Ratek's
So they
car
both
has
look like
a
they've
bit
got
of
some damage, don't they?
Yeah, so obviously Ratek had that. He was the 3rd person involved in that incident, and CMC was already carrying damage. So I think most of the cars on the track now have got some kind of damage, which I guess evens everything out.
So as soon as he went 3 wide, carnage.
Yep. There was slight contact between.
That's all it takes though, isn't
K9
it?
with Palmer to. Well, I don't even know what the order was there, but yeah. You just have a slight bit of contact and it just unfortunately causes a lot of chaos because the cars are traveling at such high speed that it's really hard to correct it once there's contact. So we've got Ratic and CMC fighting for the lead at the moment. Someone's going into the pits there, they've already been lapped. That's K9.
Yeah, might as well. Hopefully he can get enough fuel in to make it to the end.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if there's enough. If this fuel will last, I don't know if it'll last that long because I mean you still got to do what's that 91 laps in this race.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit
Maybe
too long.
he will be a couple laps down, so that'll help him. But yeah, I still don't really. I don't know how much the fuel tank can hold. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it probably is going to be too soon.
Yeah, I've got a feeling there's going to be at least one pit stop in this race. And now with another to pit so early, he's going to definitely have to do a second. So it's looking like Motormouth and Rock are together, and they're only 2.5 seconds down on the leaders. And to be honest, their cars are looking like they're the cleanest. So if they can use each other for slipstream, they actually might be able to pull themselves back into this leading group. So I think we should just monitor the gaps here. TMC's got himself ahead of Ratic. And there's a bit of a gap forming there. I know that Ratic's got damaged, but I also know CMC's got damage. Oh, these two are going side by side. Rock and Motormouth. And the gap's coming down, it definitely is, because it was
2 seconds now.
Yeah, it was 2.5, it's now down to 2, so if these guys can stop going side by side and follow each other, they might pull each other.
It's going down fairly quick, to be fair. It's 1.7 now.
Yeah, it is.
1.6.
Yeah, they've pulled up 1.5 now. They've pulled up a lot of time, but it looks like it's because Ratic's dropping off the back of CMC. It's not too far. They're definitely in the slipstream now though. So Motormouth and Rock are probably going to slipstream their way past Ratic and then start.
Rock's in the wall.
Oh, he has. He's touched the wall. He's falling a little bit back. But he's got someone who's a lap or two down. So there's K9's coming out the pits now. Tiger Rock has come out the pits as well. And it looks like it's Palm here. It's going to be tough figuring out who's behind a lap down and who's not.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a bit of lag going on. Oh no, what's happening? Are you getting the same laggy bits that I'm getting?
I didn't get on then. They're bouncing up and down on mine sometimes, but I didn't get any that time.
Oh, okay, not too bad though. Okay, I think I might be having a bit of a connection issue there.
Motormouth's in P1.
And he's pulled a second up on the rest of the field.
Must be the damage, eh? Just kept it clean and now it's paying off for him.
Yeah. Obviously the only bit of damage he's got is from when he scraped the wall. He didn't hit the wall hard, all he did was run a bit wide, so I mean he might be carrying a bit of small damage on the side of the car, but nothing on the front, whereas the rest of these guys have all got front end damage. Otherwise, a lot of side end damage.
Looks looking good for Motormouth at the minute.
Yep, he's definitely second and a half clear now. So he's definitely broken the slipstream. He's going to pull a bit of a gap now, so we'll see how long he can last at the front end. But there's still some damaged cars on the track. I think they're just trying to last until the pit stops, so that they can try and minimize the time that they lose. I'm trying to figure out, someone here is ahead. They're lap down. So I guess. Oh, that
Palm,
is CMC.
Tiger Rock, and K9. Palm and Tiger Rock I think are 2 laps down, and I think K9's 3 laps down by the time, looking at the time.
Yeah, that's true.
CMC and Ratic pitting.
Yep, they must have had too much damage.
Yeah. To be fair, it was costing him quite a bit of time, right?
Yeah, it was.
Just depends whether they can put enough fuel in or not.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough, but it should at least be enough for them to do a 2-stop from that point.
Gosh, a lot of time, man.
Yeah, that's
I think
unfortunately
I'd
true. You're gonna
risk
lose a lap
staying out
just
to
by...
just make sure I can do a one stop. To be fair,
Yeah, I would have done the same. We've got a 3-car train going together here. So that is...
Palms at the front, and see, and he's obviously laps.
Yeah, a lap down.
And then there's Rock and McToasty, is it?
Yep, so left Rock, we've got the Toasty and then Palm who's a lap down. Yeah. Actually, I don't know, I think that's 2 laps down.
Yeah, Palm's 2 laps down. Yeah, looking at the times anyway. They're not always the right times on this game, but
Oh, there we can see it. So I'll just pull that up so we can see Palmer's one lap down. No, he's 2 laps down. So sorry, 17 laps for the leaders. Palmer's still on 15 laps.
K9's 4 laps down, it says there.
He actually is, you're right. Oh, what's happening?
That crash cost him a lot of time.
Yeah, it has cost him a lot.
I
guess he
Rock
was the
and
one that-
McToasty is struggling to get past Palm.
Yeah, so although he's a lap down, or a couple laps down actually,
Well,
he's got a clean car.
He's doing good lap times. He's still quicker than Motorball, so.
Yeah, he's pretty
But
much...
I think if Rock and McToasty did get past, I think we could go quicker.
Yeah, but I think obviously the 3 of them are going to use each other, use the slipstream and pull themselves back up to Motormouth. Because if you keep your eye on the gap, it's coming down, because it was I think about 3.8 seconds, it's now down to 2.2. But if they keep on slipstreaming each other, they're going to eventually pull themselves back into Motormouth's grasp. And obviously using Palm because he's got the clean car, whereas these guys have got a bit of damage, so they're kind of having to sit in a slipstream.
I think Palm's got the most damage out of these 3. That's what I mean. Looking at the car.
Palm said he's got nothing. You know, this is Palm at the front here. He doesn't have any. Actually,
Oh,
no,
he
does have a
he
bit
has
of
a
damage.
load.
Yeah, but he has pitted. You know, he's pitted to
right.
clear damage.
I didn't see that.
So I don't know if it's just the damage still looks like it's there, but actually they've cleaned it up.
Yeah, maybe.
But he definitely looks like he's the quickest of the 3 cars in that group. So we've got the gap's definitely coming down. It's now 1.6.
Off now.
We've got the Rock coming around the outside. I think he's probably going to slot back in. He's gone back behind. Oh, Motormouth looks like he's pitting. That's early for a pit stop. He's got no reason to pit this early.
Toasty as well.
Yeah. So it looks like everyone's having to pit already. We're only on lap 19.
Put the speedo on. Let's see how much fuel Rock's got. He's only got 6.7, so I'm guessing he had to pit.
Yeah, and Rock's only got 5.
Might even make this a
probably
2-stop,
the fuel wasn't full up, it was probably only like half a tank. Yeah.
Swap to someone else that's pitted, see how much fuel they've got now. 60, so
we know Palm's
53.
pitted. Oh, so he's got... Yeah. And let's just check what these guys come out the pits with.
see how much
So
goes down per lap.
Yeah.
Toasty's got
So we can kind of judge
61.
how many... 66. It's strange why the Toasty hasn't filled up. I wonder if they can't. I wonder if they can't change their fuel or something. Because I would have expected, like, if I was the one pitting, I would have put a full tank of fuel in.
Unless that's enough till the end.
Yeah. But I'm just going to follow Rock now. He's only got 3.4 litres of fuel. Yeah, he is coming into the pits. So I'm guessing these cars must be using like a huge amount of fuel per lap. Maybe even 6 or 3 litres a lap. I mean, if he's pitting with only 3.2 left. They must be using a lot. So here, if we follow Matosti for a lap, he's got 60 litres on the dots.
I'd say they're using about 1.7 litres. 1.6, 1.7 litres a lap.
I think it's a bit more than that, to be honest. We'll just have to see when they get all the way around. Yeah, actually it could be. You're right, it's looking like he's used about 0.7, 0.8 litres so far, and he's halfway through the lap. So yeah, we've got... yeah, if they're using 1.6 per lap, they can...
So they're going to have to pit again, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're going to have to pit more than once. I think they're going to have to still pit another maybe 2 times during the race. Yeah, so it was about 1.6 litres that they used in that lap. If we just follow them through the corner, it's flat out the whole way through. They don't even have to brake. They don't have to let off the throttle or nothing. So it is definitely a flat out course the whole way through. So if these guys are using 70 litres of fuel per stint, it means they can go about 40 laps per stint. So if they're pitted now at around lap 20, they'll probably only have to pit one more time, but they might have to do a little bit of fuel saving.
No one's got a slipstream though at the minute, so they're going to struggle with that.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, the whole field is a bit spread out at the moment. Rock, who's this behind Rock?
Tiger, right?
Yeah. I kind of have to start judging. You kind of look at the time gap and then add 45 seconds, because that's 46 seconds. That's the lap times. So if you see anyone that's sort of 45 seconds behind someone else, and they're most likely...
I kind of know the liveries of them as well now, getting used to it.
Yeah, that's true as well. You're getting used to K9 being in his 9, that's easy to remember. What else is here then? Otago Rocky's close to Motormouth. Not close enough though.
If I was Motormouth, I'd probably slow down here.
Yeah, just to give
the slipstream. Because even when they had the battle when Palm, Rock and McToasty, they seemed to be pushing Palm along, you know what I mean? He was doing good lap times.
Yeah, that's true. So they could use each other and bring back the rest of this gap between McToasty and Motormouth.
Yeah. I remember when we did the series these as well, I ended up losing the race because I ran out of fuel on the last lap because I didn't have a slipstream. I stayed at the front instead of getting behind someone and saving a bit of fuel, so yeah, it cost me the last lap.
It's gut wrenching when that happens. Yeah, so it looks like our closest guys on track definitely are these two. It's Motormouth and Tiger, but obviously they're not on the same lap, so they've got a bit of time gap between each other. So they've got...
all the lap times are similar.
Yeah, they are quite close.
2 tenths between everyone.
Yeah. And we've seen 45s as well, so obviously with the tanks getting lighter, the cars were going faster. But now that the tanks are full, you can see the first laps were 45s, but now they're doing high 46s, low 47s.
Yeah, plus no slipstream as well.
Yeah, that's true, so they'll be losing a bit of time with no slipstream. And the gap staying the same between Matosti and Motormouth, it's 2.7. I would agree with you there here, with Motormouth actually just back off a little bit and let himself and Tiger Rock drive together, and they could actually pull back some time.
Like, you're not making nothing now, are you? You're not really going to mistake on here when you're on your own, so you can't really rely on that.
Yeah, that's true.
There's like Tiger Rock is catching him a little bit though.
Well, there was a mistake here in front of K9.
Rock.
Yes, it was Rock. think he must have got himself caught on the outside there, touched the wall and got stuck into it.
Just as I say, you can't make a mistake on your own.
Yeah. Oh, I could have just been losing a bit of concentration.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, at this point of the race, there's not too many cars close together, so it's quite easy to forget. Yeah, you just to keep yourself on the right racing line. Looks like Motormouth, he's dropped a little bit, just a tenth and a half from McToasty this lap, and is looking like Slipstream definitely is a thing now for Tiger Rock. So these two are going to start working together.
Yeah, it's definitely close enough now, isn't it?
Yeah, he definitely is. And Motormouth bringing the wide line through those corners. I wonder if it's a way of saving tires or something. I don't know why he's doing that so often, but it is bringing Tiger Rock back into a little two-way train together. But these two are definitely looking like they might start working together. Oh, Motormouth did a dive there. It looked like he was going to the pits for a second.
I noticed that I've done a few laps of this in this car, and it does get a bit loose on the exits. I don't know why, but
that's a bit strange because I mean the car's going at 300 km an hour, so it shouldn't be like that. Well, this looks like we've got two cars close on track. These two. It's Rock and someone who's a lap down on him. Yeah, it is. So I guess he's managed to stay in the slipstream, so these two might also work together.
Rock's
they've raced.
He's a tenth quicker than the two in front of him, using the slipstream at there.
That's true, so I think they're definitely going to start. He'll pull himself back into the slipstream, as he already has. And he'll probably put himself past Kane and they'll probably start slipstreaming each other to start making up some time. For Rock, it's extremely important for him to start doing that because that'll bring him closer to the top two. And for K9, it might bring himself back into the race a little bit. So yeah, Motormouth has actually pulled up 4/10 on McToasty on this last lap. He did a 46.7 on that last lap, whereas McToasty only did 37.0.
Just getting pushed along, eh?
Yeah, it looks like it. Rock's now right in the slipstream that came out.
Yeah, Rock did at 46.3 last lap, so he's 4/10 quicker than Motormouth, so...
Yep, he's quickest car on track right now. I think he might be taking a turn on the front with these two just now. He might get himself past and then let K9 have a slipstream all the way through. And Motormouth, he's got a bit of a gap here. He hasn't broken the slipstream, but obviously he doesn't want to, but I'm quite surprised
2 seconds gap now.
Yeah, so the gap's coming down there, but I'm surprised that Tiger Rock hasn't managed to get himself up and past Motormouth so the two of them can slipstream together.
You've seen it with K9 and Rock, it's the same there, isn't it? It's like, as soon as you get out the slipstream, you've got no extra speed, have you? So
yeah, you kind of end up being stuck behind.
You kind of have to bump draft, don't you? Bump draft on the straights.
Yeah, and on this game it's a bit risky to do bump drafting because anything can happen.
I'm pretty sure I've done that so
Rock's got ahead.
Before.
Rock's got ahead of K9 here. So the two of them are definitely going to slipstream each other the way through the next few laps.
Prove me wrong once again.
Yep. He's letting K9 up the inside now, so he'll get back into the slip. Nope, they're going side by side for now. And we've got Motormouth within 1.6 seconds now. This gap's definitely coming down. 1.5. But Tiger Rock hasn't managed to pull back the last little bit of time between them. K9 and Rock are going together. Let's see if Rock comes out from the slipstream and gets back ahead.
CMC's in the pits.
Oh yes. So he's coming to the pits. Let's see what his fuel is looking like. 39 litres. Yeah, he must be pitting for damage. I wonder if he maybe had an incident. It doesn't look like he's in Palms in the pits now as well.
That's not a bad view on the racing, to be fair. His front camera on works alright then.
Yeah, he's not showing the car he's supposed to be showing, but he's showing all the other ones quite nicely. So these two are still close together. Ooh, Brock's taken a weird line through there. He must have had a little bit of oversteer coming on the exit. Motormouth's now a second behind the Toasty. He is almost within the slipstream range. I definitely think these two are going to be together. We're actually going to have a three-car slipstream train. Looking forward to seeing how these three start working together. Yeah, so we've got them. Rock hasn't pulled back any further of the gap between him and the top two. There's still 11.6 seconds apart.
I think that's just the last lap, he lost a second.
Oh, he did, yeah, he did a 47.7 that last lap. I wonder what, maybe he touched the barrier or something. But him and K9 are still close enough to use each other for slipstream, so hopefully they'll carry on doing that. It's all going to depend on how well these two can work together. Because I mean now, unfortunately for the rest of the field, first and second are together on track. They are nose to tail. So unless they have a collision, the two of them can work together and keep themselves ahead and actually get themselves even further ahead. You kind of at this point, if you're not in the top two, you want to be making sure that you're gaining as much time as you can on them.
Yeah, definitely.
If they're going side by side to the corner.
Scary. For now.
Yep, it's close. The Motormouth put himself back in the lead. It's been a while since he's had that lead. The Toasty's had it for a long time, but I've got a feeling it's going to change hands again anytime.
I think this is helping Tiger Rock out quite a bit. He's catching up on Palm. He's 7 seconds behind at the minute. I'm pretty sure he was big.
Yeah, he is. Palm's there. Unfortunately, he's stuck in the middle of nowhere. He's got no one around him to use the slipstream, so he's kind of stuck in the middle of no man's land. Whereas Tiger Rock is basically using the quickest two cars on track right now as a slipstream to keep himself gaining time. So I reckon within the next few laps we could actually see these three guys catch up to Palm and create a 4-car train. So just checking up on the chat to see we've got a Darrow exchange there. He's rooting on CMC. Unfortunately, CMC's had a bit of a bad race. I think he had a bit of a collision. I think we missed the crash. But yeah, he must have had something go wrong because he was at the front and then all of a sudden he was pitting. And he lost quite a bit of time there.
He's pitted twice. He pitted, he hasn't refueled, so...
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he just recently pitted and I don't know why he didn't refuel. That was a bit strange of him. But yeah, so we've got pretty much the top 4 cars on the lead lap. And then Palm is probably going to be caught up and dropped into a lap behind the top guys. But I'm struggling with a little bit of lag, so it looks like these cars are constantly driving through each other.
They're all around my screen.
Yeah, as long as everything's fine in the lobby. Okay, so we've got Motormouth and Toasty all together, with Tiger Rock following him, using them for slipstream.
They're pulling away from Rock now as well, these two. Slowly.
Yeah, they are 12.8 seconds.
Half a second on that last lap.
Even though Rock is still with K9, so the two of them are working together. But unfortunately, they're just not pulling up the time that they need to be pulling up to get themselves close to the lead battle again. So I think, yeah, we're going to be stuck with these two cars together and then the other three cars together. But with the possibility of Palm being brought into this pack. So if we look at the time gap between Palm and Tiger Rock, it's currently saying 5.5 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's essentially...
It was 7 seconds last time I said.
Yeah. And if we just compare the lap times, we can see that the Tiger Rock was 3/10 quicker that last lap. And now with it being 5.5 seconds, basically Palm is 5.5 seconds off being a lap down. But it means he'll also join this group and then the four of them will start working together. Obviously the bigger the group, the more they can work together, the faster they'll be.
Tiger's pitting.
Tiger. Let's have a look to see if he's out of fuel. Oh, he's hit the barrier on the way into the pits.
That's not good.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And he's only got 1.5 litres of fuel, so he definitely, it was a fuel pit stop, but now it's going to be fuel and damage repairs.
That's a shame.
K9 on Rock. These two are close together. Rock's taken a turn in the front of this little group, but the gap is 13.1, so it's gone up even more now. 46.4, 46.5 for the leaders, whereas only 46.8 for Palm, only for Rock. Palm's done a 47.0, so he's dropped another half a second off the leaders. So I reckon if we're looking at a 5-second gap between them and half a second a lap, it's another 10 laps before they'll be put together again. But Palm's only got about 10 laps left before he's going to need to pit for fuel. And if we think about, if we look at the
pit again, aren't they?
They're going to have to pit again. I'm just realizing that myself.
Palm is at least anyway.
No, it's a shame he's stuck in the pits.
He's probably fixing his damage. He's probably got major damage from that.
Yes. He did hit that barrier quite hard. Yeah. So unfortunately he must be stuck with a lot of damage. And he's only got 59 litres of fuel in. That's only going to last him, what, 40, not even 40 laps. So he's definitely going to have to pit again.
So he hasn't even put a full tank in then? Because I know I've seen someone with 66 litres. So...
Yeah. It's strange, it's almost like the game's not allowing them to put in a full tank of fuel.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they could put in a lot more than what they've got. These cars must have more fuel in them. The Motormouth and Toasty's still working together, it's just two of them now though. But they've both done 46.4s that lap. So they're definitely looking like they're the quickest cars on track. Actually, Rock matched them. He's done a 46.4 last lap as well. Him and K9 working together nicely. He's going to take the inside line into the next corner. And K9 can use the slipstream to get back again in the next straight. We've got CMC all on his own. Tiger Rock, he's still in the pits. Shame. What is happening there? He's been in the pits for a long time. He's going to change views, I can see.
Wonder if he's had a pit stop error as well.
Yeah, just to add insult to injury, it could have been something like that. Yeah, so these two are definitely still using each other together. But how long is it going to be before they need to pit? You've got K9's only on 15 litres of fuel, so...
I think Rock should have quite a bit more than K9, because he pitted on it, well, after that crash, didn't he? He's got almost double.
Yeah, yeah, so 31 litres, he can still go another maybe 16, 17 laps, which is going to push him to about 60 laps. So the way Rock's going, he definitely will only need to as long as he doesn't give you more damage, he'll pit at about lap 60 and he should be able to get himself right to the end of the race. So with one more pit stop. But K9 is definitely not going to make it on one more pit stop. He's going to have to pit another time after this time. He's going to pit soon.
Just try to insult an injury.
Yeah, he's going to be just short. So 26 litres for Motormouth and 22 litres for McToasty. I think McToasty is actually too low on fuel. He's not going to make it to the end of the race if he only puts in 65 litres of fuel. If they can get themselves
how much is
fuel in the tank, they might get to only a little bit more, only 26, so he's got another maybe 2 laps worth of fuel over McToasty. So I think with these two, I don't actually know if they're going to make it to the end of this race with one more pit stop. It's going to be very close.
I think they should do. Yeah, it is going to be close, but I think they should.
Yeah, maybe. It just depends on how much fuel they have.
I'm not sure about McToasty.
Will be close. I think he might be a little bit too low on fuel. But Rocco's definitely one who's looking safe, so he might actually be someone, as long as he can keep his nose clean, he might be the only car on track that doesn't have to save fuel coming into the end of the race if he wants to do one more pit stop. So although yes, he's dropped a bit more time, he's down to 14 seconds behind. He probably went out to fuel save, which means he might actually find himself in a very good position come the last 5 or 10 laps of the race. We've got Ratek in 4th place. We haven't talked about him in a little while. He's actually only 21 seconds off the lead, but he's only got 16 litres of fuel. So he's definitely not going to make it on one more pit stop. Actually, so if we work on 1.6 litres per lap, we can do another 10 laps, which will bring to lap 58. So he might actually make it.
Yeah, so yeah, that will be alright to be
fair. I think actually all these cars might. Yeah, I'm just trying to think now, because if they do manage to get 65 litres of fuel in, that should last them over 40 laps. It should last them about 41, 42 laps. So as long as they can make this stint last to about lap 58, 59, they should make it to the end of the race. So yeah, I think they should be fine. McToasty's one of the only ones, him and Ratek might not make it to the end.
I think we've done about 35 laps at the minute. So it was around lap 15 once it got pitted, so...
Yeah, that's true. So they have managed to go quite a long way on the second stint. So we've got Palm. Palm has been caught. He's been caught by the leaders officially now. So he is now a lap down, but it does mean that he's going to have slipstream from now on. So although he's a lap down, he's at least got slipstream, so he's going to have faster lap times. So obviously the leaders are running 46.4, 46.5, whereas he's running a 47.1. He's only got 6 litres of fuel left though, so he could only do another 3 or 4 laps. Yeah, Palm definitely won't. He's going to have to pit another time. He's going to have to do a splash and dash in the last 5 laps, I think, unfortunately, unless he somehow manages to save some fuel. If I was him, I would make sure I'd try and get this current stint to go as long as possible. So I think he's going to be close on fuel, but he might be able to stretch it just that one more lap if he can save just a little bit of fuel. And that might help him at the end of the race. If he can save another lap or two's worth of fuel over the next stint, he might make it to the end of the race. So coming over the line, he's got 5 litres of fuel, and 3 laps of fuel is going to take 4.8. So it's going to be very close. I think he actually might make it if he can do another 3 laps. But we'll see if he comes in with 2 in the next. If he comes in 2 laps, he might just be playing it safe. But if I was him at this point, I might just risk doing an extra lap, making another 3 laps, just to try and get as far as possible. Yeah. It'll just give you more of a chance of getting to the end of the race without having to stop again. Shame. Tiger Rock had a very, very long pit stop. He is dropped to 4 minutes behind. So that is 5 laps
Wow.
off the leaders. Shame, and he was 1 lap behind.
Yeah. Just behind them.
So he lost 4 laps in the pit stop. So yeah, that must have been a painfully long pit stop, sitting there waiting. Must have been at least 2 minutes in the pits, or probably even more than that actually. It would have been 3 minutes in the pits, waiting on damage. K9's in the pits now. He's got 4 liters of fuel. I don't know why he's pitted this early. I guess he was going to have to pit in case.
I don't know. 7.5.
And now it's bumped up to 24. So he's obviously currently putting fuel in. I just want to see. Let's see how much fuel he managed to get in the car. If he was to want to go to the end of the race now, he would have to do 50 lap stint, which is a long way to go. I don't think he's going to make it to the end of the race on 1 tank. 67 litres of fuel.
Yeah, so that's the most we've seen so far.
Yeah, I wonder if that's how big the tank is. You can't go any more than that.
60 into.
So at this point of the race, he would still need about 80 litres of fuel. So if he's only got 67, he's definitely not going to make it to the end. He's going to have to do a splash and dash in the last few laps. So I wonder if these tanks only hold 67 litres then. And here we got another pit stop. Here's the Palm. Oh, and he's spinning, he's going into the pits.
Oh, yes.
It's Palm. Yeah, so unfortunately Palm's had a bit of a mistake going into the pits. He came in a little bit too hot. So he's also not going to make it to the end of the race.
I'm surprised he didn't stay out for another lap, because she already had 3 laps worth of fuel, didn't he?
He did, yeah, he has come in a little bit early as well. He could have lasted a bit longer and then he could have helped him get to the end of the race, to be honest with you. So if we take 67 litres and we can try and figure out how many laps you can run on a single stint. It looks like about 42 laps you can do. 41, 42 laps is the maximum you can do on a stint. So anyone who's pitting in 4 lap 58 is not going to make it to the end of the race without having to pit again.
CMC's in the pits again.
Oh yeah, he is. He's just put in a full tank as well, so he's not going to make it either. So he's going to have to do splash and dash. McToasty has got 8 litres of fuel. He's going to have to make this last.
That should be enough, shouldn't
it? Yeah,
he's coming in.
He is pitching. I think that's a bit of a mistake, to be honest with you.
I don't get it.
It's too early. He's not going to make it to the end of the race.
Yeah.
So let's
Unless
see what
we misreading it, you know what I mean? Well, I don't.
Yeah, I guess maybe it could be a lap or 2 ahead. I mean, we're seeing lap 57 now, and so that still means there's 44 laps to go. So Rock now inherits 2nd place. Ratic now gets up into 3rd place, and all of the top 3 have got no slipstream. Actually, the whole field has got no slipstream.
Rock and Palm.
Oh yes, so the 2 of them are together. Palm's just come out the pits, so they could be together all the way until Rock needs to get into the pits. Oh, sideways there from Palm.
He's lost quite a lot of time to Motormouth, though Rock has nearly 17 seconds behind now.
Yeah, I think it's from the last few laps where Rock didn't have K9 for slipstream and Motormouth did have McToasty for slip. See, McToasty's still in the pits. He's been in there for a while now. It looks like he still hasn't come out. What's happening there? I heard him accelerate and then nothing happened. The pit, his board is up. He should be going. Oh, here he goes. That was a bit strange. It took him a long time to get out the pits there. Ratic's gone into the pits. It's too early. I'm sure he still had fuel. Okay, he's filled up right to the brim, but he's got 44 laps to do on this tank, and we've estimating that only 42 laps can be done. It's going to be close with Mozart. Hopefully he doesn't.
I think 44 should be alright, to be honest. I think if it's 16, if it's 16, then it should be. If it's 17, then it won't.
Yeah.
Oop, 1.6 a minute, like litres, not 16, sorry.
Yeah, I think actually Mozart's now on lap 60, so we might actually be fine in terms of laps here. I mean, we've got.
I think him and Roy will definitely be alright, to be honest.
Yeah, Roy and Ratic are definitely going to be fine as long as they don't have any collisions. The two of them should make it to the end of the race with this one tank. But who was the
Ratic's in third? Andy's pit.
Yeah, because McToast. Yeah, Andy pitted, yes, that's true.
So something must have gone wrong then, because McToasty's miles behind.
Yeah, he was right at the front. That pit stop took way too much time, unfortunately. He's actually dropped 3 laps back from Mozart now.
He'll be gutted.
Yeah, he was fighting for the win there, and that happened. I wonder if maybe they fixed damage, or if they had an issue in the pit stop, you know, maybe they lost a win.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Cost you about a minute sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm normally the unlucky one that gets it as well. It's not nice.
There's a problem with the clutch, or there's a problem with the engine. Yeah. Those are the worst ones, because those ones take the longest. Those ones take over 20 seconds, 25, 30 seconds to get done.
I think I've been in for 48 seconds one time.
Yeah, it's tough.
Oh. No, it wasn't good. Just say I wasn't happy.
Yeah. So it's Palm and Rock together still. The two of them are working together. And Palmer's only, 11 seconds behind Ratic. The two of them could work together, or could come together and have a fight for third place.
Ratic's doing pretty good times, considering he ain't got no slipstream as well, to be honest.
Yeah, 46.8 on a full tank of fuel with no slipstream. That's very good. And then he's found a little bit of pace.
He might be getting a little bit of slipstream there.
Yeah, actually yes, that looks like it's within a second. It's K9 again, it looks like.
It's CMC, that is.
Oh, it's CMC, yeah. It's not the white, it's the... Yeah. Someone's going into the pits.
Motormouth.
Oh, it's Motormouth from the lead of the race has gone to the pits.
Yeah, he had no choice there, 1 litre.
Yep, he had to do that now. Oh, 4th gear, 1st gear, neutral. He's having a problem there. Oh, but now he's going up in fuel, so he's fine. I wonder if he just missed his pit box there.
It's easily done. I know the brakes aren't very good on this car, so that wouldn't surprise me.
They could have easily overshot the pit box, or just stopped a bit short, being too cautious. So Rock's got 3.5 litres. He's going up to do another lap. Let's see if he does do that other lap, or if he comes into the pits on this one. Oh, he's coming into the pits.
I think I'd have gone for the lap, to be honest.
Use the slipstream.
Cool.
Yeah, use the slipstream, and also you need to put in less fuel so you last a bit longer. Okay. He's gone very slowly into the pits, very careful. Doesn't want to get any penalties. Yeah, so there we go. He's putting in his last pit stop. changing tires. So Moat to Mouth, where is he on track? He's coming around the last corner at the moment. But he'll be going past Rock any moment now.
He'll still be a lap down. This is just to unlap himself, this one is. Oh no, it's not.
No, it is. It's on the lead lap.
Yeah. It's alright. It's just a time messed up there for me.
Well, Rock's put only 55 litres of fuel in the tank. That is not much.
Yeah, Motormouth, he's got about the same.
Oh, he has, yeah. I wonder if they've worked that out. I'm hoping that's enough. I mean, there are 65 laps and there's only 35 left, so... Actually, yeah, that should be fine. I think it'll be close though. They might need to do a little bit of fuel saving. They've cut that quite thin. But I mean, that's going to save them a little bit of time. They don't have to spend as much time in the pits if they put in less fuel, so... Yeah, it's important for them to do that. And Rock has lost 4 seconds. 5 seconds actually on the pit stop.
So he keeps losing even more now. Just getting up to speed.
Yeah. So I think Motormouth saved time by putting less fuel in the car. Obviously Rock did a similar thing, but Motormouth must have had... Somehow he must have gained a bit of time. We're close here between
Ratek might actually end up catching Rock if you can stay with CMC.
Yeah, the two of them can work
good
together.
lap times. 46.3.
Another 46.3. Yeah, now let's see if CMC can stick with Ratek. They could work together. And what would happen with CMC? He's unfortunately a little bit on his own, but he's got a long way to catch up to McToasty, who's the closest to him. But McToasty is only 6 seconds behind Palm. So Palm's 46 seconds off the lead, so he actually should be close to the leader. So Motormouth. Yeah, Motormouth's actually ahead of Palm, so the two of them can't work together. And then further down the straights would be down there. CMC and
Ratek, that is.
Yeah, Ratek. They're still working together. Let's see if CMC takes over the lead between the two of them on this back straight. No, it doesn't look like he is. A little bit of a lift going into the corner just to make sure he stays behind Ratek. Doesn't cause any collisions.
That's what they need really, to stay behind. I think when K9 and Rock were having their battle, well not battle, but you know what I mean, when they kept trying to overtake each other, I think he was slowing them both down just a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
One of them had just stayed behind and just stayed in the draft light, you know what I mean? I think that develops.
Yeah, that's true.
Ratek's gaining 7 tenths a lap at the minute.
And CMC is matching his time, so the two of them are actually working very well together. $50 litres of fuel for Ratek, 48 for Rock, and 47 for Motormouth. So the three of them
That's
are
gone
actually...
down quick.
Yeah. I don't know, I think they might be safe. But they're starting lap 70 now. That means they've still got 31 laps to go.
Yeah, they'll be in rates, won't they?
Okay, 31 laps to go at 1.6 litres means they need 49 litres of fuel. So Motormouth is actually 3 litres short on fuel right now, based on our rough calculations.
As well, isn't he?
Yeah, Rock's also 2 litres short on fuel. Ratek is perfect on fuel. So we could get a situation at the end now where the two leaders run out of fuel in the last 2 laps. and then Ratic comes through to win the race. He might actually be the person in the strongest position right now. Palm's sitting there in 4th place. No slipstream, but he's only got 43 litres of fuel, so he's not going to make it. As well, he's also short on fuel. CMC, 43 litres, he's also a little bit short. K9's 40, so he's definitely short. He's going to have to pit.
Ratic could end up winning this race.
Yeah, I think Ratic's got the best.
I bet he's not expecting that.
Yeah, that's true.
If we're right in his calculations.
Yep. So Targo Rock's just pitted. And he's put in a full tank of fuel, even though we're on lap 66 already. So he didn't actually need to go quite that high in terms of fuel. CMC still working together here with Ratic. So the two of them are
4.63s.
Yep. The two of them are putting in some very fast lap times here. So that gap is coming down between Ratic and Rock. It was...
So Tiger in front of him as well.
Yes, it's Tiger who's just come out the pits. He's got full tank of fuel, so they'll definitely catch up to him. Because he'll be a little bit slow on new tire, on slightly cold new tires and a full tank of fuel. And yeah, I'm sure Rock was about 12 seconds ahead of Ratic at the start of the stint. And now it's down to 9 seconds. So the two of these guys working together, they think it help. Or Tiger, he slowed down, let him off. Yeah. K9's having a little bit of a lonely race at the moment now, in 7th. No one really around him. He's unfortunately stuck in a little bit of no man's land. So I think the best position right now is to be in Ratic's position with CMC. Unfortunately, CMC is a little bit far behind McToasty. But if he's also short on fuel, or is he? Yeah, he's slightly short on fuel. He's got 4 litres less than Ratic. And we've worked out that Ratic had the perfect amount of fuel. And the gap's come down even more. The top two have done 47 zeros.
Ratic keeps bumping in them 46.3s.
Yeah. There was another 46.3 going over the line there. And CMC and also 46.3. So yeah, they're looking good, these two. I think CMC needs to stick behind Ratic and try and save a little bit of fuel, which I think he might just be a little bit short right now, fuel-wise. I see him backing off the throttle there, coming into the corners. So he is saving some fuel.
It's definitely going to help him.
Let's see what the lap times are. 47.0 is the top again, and another 46.3, and a 46.2 for CMC as well. So that's another 7 tenths taken out of the leaders on that lap.
That's even with the lifting as well.
Yeah. So I think these two could be onto Rock within the next sort of 9 or 10 laps.
Yeah. I'd say 10 laps.
Yeah.
But I don't think we'll catch Motormouth unless he's got a pit. That's the only way he's losing this.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to have to fuel save though, because he's got the lowest amount of fuel out of all of the top 4 right now. Actually, no, wait. Palm's got even lower, so he's... Unfortunately, I think he's definitely going to have to pit. We've got... How many laps have the leaders got? Yeah. It's 77 now, so they've got 24 laps left. Now, Motormouth is definitely a little bit short. 36 litres, 24 laps, that's 1.5 litres a lap. And you run 1.6, so he's definitely going to have to save some fuel. But I don't know where he's going to save it, because he is unfortunately... The closest car ahead of him looks like they're about 15 seconds ahead on the track, so he's too far behind.
There's Paul behind, but it's probably like 3 or 4 seconds, I think, so I don't know if that's worth it either.
Yeah, it's not worth dropping all that time.
It's like he'll have Motormouth's brake was coming on then.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what's happening there. CMC looks like he's doing a good bit of fuel saving here. He hasn't saved enough yet, but if he keeps going this way, he might be able to save enough. He's backing out a little bit here and there. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's just putting on the slipstream. He's not actually looking to go past. He's just looking to stay in the slip the whole way through, just so he can save fuel. I think he's realised that he might have realised he's just a little bit short on fuel, and he's making sure that he saves as much as he can. But yeah, he's going right behind Ratic. It's very close between the two of them. But the gap's coming down a lot. We're down to 25.5 seconds between Ratic and the leader, which will be Motormouth.
It's between them and Rock.
Yeah, less than 4 seconds. That is close.
It's coming down quicker than I thought, to be honest. Like it's saying he's 7 tenths quicker, but the gap is coming down quicker than that.
Yeah. The gap has come down very quickly. I think within the next 5 or 6 laps. Actually, within the next 5 laps, he should be within slipstream range. Because I mean,
I don't think it'll take that long, to be honest.
Yeah.
The times
4.3
it should do, but don't know. It just seems to be
Rock
coming
is
down quickly.
still in the 47s. He's
like...
doing 47.1. I was expecting him to maybe drop into the 46s as his fuel drop. But yeah, he's staying in the 47s. I'm just so surprised that Ratic's able to do such quick times this whole way through. Because he doesn't have anyone in front of him. Yeah, the whole way through, he's just had CMC right behind him, but I don't know if the way the drafting works in this game, if you're in front, it does help you a little bit as well.
It seems like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, with the pace he's been able to put down. Another 46.3. He's been so consistent, hitting 46.3 after 46.3 this whole way through the stint. And that gap is still coming down. That's now what's at 2.4 seconds between second and third place. Within the next 3 laps, he'll be within slipstream range. Oh, there was a little bit of a touch there, looked like.
Oh, that's a bit of lag there.
See what happened. Yeah, I also got a bit of lag there. It looked a bit strange what happened. But he is still close behind.
If Ratic's just seen what we saw, he'll be getting a bit worried.
Yeah. Yeah, his car's still looking a bit jumpy from our screen. The other car's looking fine, but his is a little bit laggy. But he's at least not that close that he's going to cause any problems. But he's close enough to stay in the slipstream at least. So Ratic is now getting even closer. It's only 1.7 seconds between him and Rock. So this 2-car train is about to become a 3-car train, and the two of them can then start working together, or the three of them can start working together to catch up to Motormouth. They won't catch up to him by the end of the race.
No, I don't think
They'll
so.
at least get close. And depending on Motormouth's fuel level, I think they might catch up to him if he starts having to fuel save at the end. Because here he's going to come over the line yeah, this is going to be 17 laps still to go.
Even if you use a litre a lap. There we go. It's 15 now.
No,
Yeah, he might have enough.
It's going to be close, I think. What we'll have 17 laps. At the start of this lap, it was 17 to go. So at this point, you need like 27 litres of fuel. And he's got he had about 25.8 at the start. So he's getting closer to the limit there. But he's still a little bit short. I think he might have to do a little bit of fuel saving. Oh, the gaps come right the way down. Ratic is in slipstream of Rock. The two of them are together. Along with CMC. He's still in the slipstream of Ratic. So these three cars are going to start working together hopefully. Look at those side by side action. What's happened here? CMC's dropped off again. No, he hasn't. Never mind.
He has dropped off a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah, he's still close enough to get slipstream. And then we've got a change for second place. Ratic is officially in second. But it doesn't look like it's going to be for long. Yep, there goes Rock back through up the inside. Coming side by side down the back straight. CMC is sitting behind him.
Yeah, I think he's got him this time.
What is happening here? Rock was dropping off quite a lot there.
That was quite weird that.
Yeah. Well, at least he's still there. He hasn't made a big enough mistake to have lost slipstream.
Right back on him now.
Yep.
Right back on him.
It's a proper three-way battle, yeah. Although one of the cars is not on the same lap, but they're definitely going to work together. And that gap's coming down as well. Ratic's now 20 seconds behind Motormouth.
CMC's only, 10 seconds behind Toast now as well, so...
Yeah, that's true, hey? He's come back a lot. Because he was about 25 seconds behind
I think
Toast.
he's pitted the most out of all of them as well. So I'm sure he's pitted an extra time.
No, I don't think Matosti has. He's still got to pit again.
No, not Toasty, CMC.
CMC, yes, yeah. CMC has, I think he's pitted the most out of everyone. Oh, and I see Matosti's slipstream. He's not on his own. Yeah, he's with K9 at the moment. The two of these guys working together.
Might be the end of CMC's fight back, eh?
Yeah, we thought that they were going to catch up because, I mean, Ratic and CMC were the two fastest cars on track for a long time. We are rocks. Oh, they rocks up inside. I was wondering. Oh no, someone's got stuck on the wall. It's Ratic. Oh no. And he was looking so strong.
That's unfortunate. That's good
yeah.
Roy. Rock.
And CMC is with Rock as well, so the two of them are going to work together. Which means Ratic's going to definitely fall off the back. But Rock is a little bit low on fuel. So here comes Motormouth to start.
If it is 1.6, I don't know if Motormouth is going to make it actually, is he?
He's not. Because I remember calculating it a while back and he had 36 litres with 24 laps. He's now got 18 litres left with 12 laps. So he's stuck at this 1.5. He actually might make it, and maybe the fuel per lap is actually about 1.5. It's not 1.6, because he has met the requirement here. The lap times have gone, the laps left have gone down by half, and his fuel's gone down by half. So he's actually looking like he might be perfect on fuel. But I don't know if he's had to fuel save to get to this point. So I think he...
16.4 when he crosses the line. See what he's got when he comes back across again.
Yeah, let's see. Rock is, what, 17.6. So when he comes over the line now... Yeah, he's going to have a little bit more. He should be safe. I think Motormouth won.
Back to Ratek. I think he wants that Ratek out.
Yeah, I wonder if he does. That's true. I wonder if he made the same mistake that Ratek made, or if he's just gone back to help Ratek now. Now see, Rock still did a 46.9 and Ratek did a 46.3 on that lap, all on his own again. So even though he had no slipstream, he was still able to do a quick lap. Oh, but CMC did a 46.2 on the last lap, so it must have been a lap before that CMC dropped back to Ratek. Because the last lap they did quick lap times together. But I wonder if CMC is also doing this to bring the two of them together so that Ratek and Rock have a battle. Yeah, it definitely looks like he's going to come back into slipstream range here. See, they're both 46.2.
On the back of Scott, the Motormouth as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder if Motormouth's slowing down, realising he hasn't got enough fuel.
The gap between Motormouth and Rock has stayed the same. It's still 19 seconds. So it doesn't look like Motormouth slowed down too much. Maybe Palm was just running good lap times.
Oh man, he's done 46.7 Motormouth, so yeah, he hasn't slowed down much, has he? Actually got quick.
Yeah, I mean he's been running 47.0s this stint. They're definitely better. He's definitely improved his lap times. Ratek's now done a 46.1 and they're back. Ratek and Rock are together once again. We've got, what's this, 8 laps to go. Second and third on track together. K9. Is K9 still with, who was he with earlier?
Tosi.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's with him. No, McToasty has dropped right back. He's actually with these three now. Rock and Ratek.
CMC Mark, get him here.
Yeah, that's true, they're on the same lap, I forgot about that. So we've actually got 4 cars on track, they might not be on the same lap. But 2 of them are on the lead lap and 2 of them are 2 laps behind. Where is that? No, they're 1 lap behind.
Yeah.
So here it is, it's officially a 4-car battle here. I think this could go down to the wire here with these 4 cars. Let's just check on their fuel levels though. We're on lap 94, so we've still got 6.5 laps to go. I'm a little bit worried about the fuel levels, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So when he goes over the line, this is now 6 laps to go. He's 8.9. So he's actually, I think Motormouth is going to run out of fuel coming up to the start finish line. I've just got that feeling it's going to happen. But he's got 19 seconds, so he'll probably be able to roll over the finish line. Like it'll probably happen right before, like 100 meters before the finish line. He might run out of fuel. But he's got, who's that? Is that Palm? Yeah, he's got Palm for company.
Palm's gonna have to pay.
Yeah, Palm's definitely not got enough fuel for the rest of the race. If I was Palm, I'd stay out. I'd stay out until I have to pit. Just so that you can stick with Motormouth for as long as possible. Because now when Palm pits, he's going to lose 2 places with CMC. Oh, actually, McToasty's dropped off the back.
might even lose out to...
Something's happened here between these four. So McToasty's dropped all the way off. Ratic is... he's not actually too far back, but he's... Yeah, he's with CMC again. Look, CMC did a 48.4 that last lap. Ratic did a 49.0. Something happened on that lap that we've missed. And Rock is now ahead again. So these two, CMC and Ratic, if they do what they've been doing the last 40 laps, they can work together and bring themselves back again. For the third time, they can bring themselves back onto Rock's pace. But CMC... Yeah, he didn't have enough fuel. And then he's just come out the pits now. Yeah,
I think
so we've got...
Rock will end up getting on the back of K9 because of how long it's taking to get back up to speed. Might even get past him actually.
He will get past him. He'll take him on this back straight here. So again, this actually could work out perfectly. Rock's going to go a little bit further ahead of K9, and then K9's going to be 6 or 7 tenths behind while he's getting up to speed, and that could give slipstream back to Ratic, who's trying to get back on the back of him. Not quite.
I feel last lap.
Yeah, we're going to have a last lap action, I think.
So I think K9 coming out there is... I think it's better for Rock than he says for Ratic. Because now Rock's got the extra speed as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does. But it is so close between them. I mean, any small mistakes or any gap that appears is going to give some slipstream to Ratic. And as soon as Ratic gets in the slipstream, he's going to pull the rest of his way back up to the two ahead of him. I actually think he's close enough. He definitely is close enough. Yep, he's got slipstream. For sure now. So again, we've got a 4-car fight. And Motormouth, we're on lap 99 now, so we've got 2 laps to go. Actually, a lap and a half for Motormouth.
This is not got enough fuel. He's going to have to...
I'm telling you, he's going to have enough fuel. He's going to have enough fuel.
Yeah,
But he's gonna I think he's gonna run out of fuel on the finish line. He's gonna run out of fuel. So there's the last lap being started by Motormouth. And these 4 side by side. Oh my word! Don't want any contact. Oh, K9's touched them all. It's not too bad though. He's managed to get out of it. Hopefully he can stay on the slipstream of these guys. But here we've got 2nd and 3rd place at the front of this battle. And we've got CMC right behind them. Hopefully he doesn't get too involved with these two. Hopefully he just stays in the slipstream. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top of these two. But Motormouth is now coming through the last corner on the last lap. He is someone who I wasn't expecting to win this race, but he's done a very, very good job here. 0.1, he's now coasting. He's trying to coast to get to the line. He's made it. He made it. That was perfect with the fuel. Absolutely perfect. Last corner, these two are side by side. Ratic has got ahead, but Rock's coming back on the last corner. They're going to be side by side coming over the line. Oh my word, is Rock going to get it? Rock's going to get it. Rock's going to get it.
Oh, what a finish.
Oh my word, that was a close finish. Great racing between the two of them. So Ratic did all that work to get back. What's happened here? Why has CMC gone to the pits on the last lap? I guess he probably didn't realize there was the last lap because he was a lap down. So he must have, because he's only got 0.4 litres of fuel left. So McToasty comes over line 4th. Yeah, so obviously CMC thought there was another lap, so he's gone into the pits to get a lap of fuel. And meanwhile the race was over, so he could have actually gone over the line. So there, our final finishing order, got Motormouth who takes the win. Rock takes 2nd ahead of Ratic, who was 0.014. So 14 thousandths of a second between Rock and Ratic going over the line. on an hour and 20-minute long race. That was awesome to see. McToasty comes home in 4th, CMC in 5th, Palm comes home in 6th place, 7th place is Kanan, and Tiger Rock finishes off in 8th place. And we had three cars that managed to finish on the lead lap. Then McToasty, CMC, and Palm. I don't know if Palm was on the same lap, actually, no. So McToasty and CMC, they finished off on 1 lap down. And then Palm was 2 laps down. Kanan was 4 laps down.
Finish in the end?
The CMC finished 5th behind McToasty. He actually could have finished ahead. So he actually lost that place because he went into the pits thinking there was still a lap to go. It was a bit of a shame for him. He lost a place, but it was a good battle. He did a good job to come back because he was at one stage he was over 20 seconds behind McToasty. So him and Ratic worked together. Ratic bridged a 12-second gap back to Rock, and CMC bridged over a 20-second gap to McToasty, and to bring them all together, and the 4 of them were sharing the track at the end before CMC had that bit of a mistake, and then Kanan joined them. But I see Kanan finished the race with a 10-second penalty. I don't know what that's for.
I think that'll be speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, you're right, yeah, could be that. Maybe he came into the pits a little bit too hot. But yeah, so that was a good race. It actually ended off quite nicely. It went a lot better than I expected. There was a lot less incidents. But yeah, the big crash that happened between, I think it was Ratic, Kanan, and Palm.
Yeah. About
10 laps into the race. I think that was the incident that decided the race.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, but it was a good one. And Motormouth, I wonder, has he won any races with us at race base before? I think this might actually be one of his first wins with us.
Could be right.
He could be right. He had a very, very good race. So I'm very impressed with his pace. He did a pretty perfect race. Even calculated the fuel down to the perfect 0.1 liters. That was perfect. And congratulations to him, and to Rock and to Ratic to finishing off the podium.
Well done, Trevor.
Tune in for our next one. Yeah, everyone who started the race finished the race. It was just our disconnect at the start between DiNapoli and Joff. But yeah, so thank you everyone for tuning in. We've got another race on Wednesday. We're going to be on the MotoGP 21. We'll be racing the Moto2 bikes. So tune in for that, and we look forward to seeing you there. So cheers everyone, good night.